Hey everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, back for a special layout featuring Spiegel Mom Scraps sequins. I was asked to create a layout with some sequins for just a special one-day guest design thing for Spiegel Mom Scraps. I used to be on the design team, and that term ended, I think, spring of this year. So Jody sent me a bunch of the new releases, but my mail system to it was horrible. So it didn't make it to my mom in time to get it to me. And so I'm using some older collection sequence mixes that I got from her last autumn release. So like back in November of 2017. Basically it's the mixes I'm using today. And I wanted to do something fun with them by creating kind of like shaker pockets without being shaking or in pockets. I raised this fun cut file up on some fun foam, and then you're going to see me sprinkle in sequins in there. And I did this wrong. So if you wanted to create it as a pocket, you would put a piece of plastic before you put the fun foam on so that you could shake it around and it would fit. Yeah, I might have forgotten that part. So it's okay. I totally made it work. All I do instead is take my wet adhesive, my glue, and I literally just squeezed as much as I could into it and made sure to try to touch every single sequin possible and then just let it dry. Most of them, I've had maybe 6 from the whole thing fall through. Most of them stayed pretty decently. Now, if I took my fingernails and like tried to poke them off, I bet you they'd all fall off. So this needs to go into a page protector really quickly so that I don't start losing them. But I love the way this turned out. It may be one of my favorite things I've done with sequins in a very, very long time. So I absolutely had so much fun playing. I'm using like an Autumn Joy, I believe, and something about fall. It was so much fun. I do not believe that any of these are in the shop anymore. But the point is for you to go to the shop and check out her new releases because they're beautiful and so much fun. And once I actually get my hands on them, I'm so excited to create something with them. And I'll post something up for you so you can see the new mixes. But the team Jody has there does an awesome job of showcasing her new products anyway. So just keep watching and you'll get a nice taste of what's out there. So, yep, this is what I do. I literally filled any hole that didn't have the heart or the X. This is a Valentine's Day cut file, obviously, but I am not using it for that. I am, if you can see with my fall colors, I'm doing a fall layout, and what it's going to be is, because there is blue in that little piece of pattern paper I pulled out, I have a photo of my son. He got to carve pumpkin, like a little baby pumpkin on his own for the first time, and he was so excited to be able to help Sean use a knife and create a pumpkin. And so that's what this is about. So I have these photos. He's wearing a bright blue shirt and they just happen to match perfectly. And so I'm going to go ahead and play with that. I add in a little frame there with a pumpkin that's carved, but I didn't actually liked the carved pumpkin. Like, I felt like it was taking away from my photos. So I'm instead going to take this little pumpkin. I've had that in my stash forever, and I just placed it on top. I liked that so much better. A pumpkin still goes there. It brought in another pop of orange. I am going to add it in a few different places just so that you can really see what I'm trying to do. And then my title is very simple, and I just call it Pumpkin Season. I was going to use the word It's Pumpkin Season, but I don't have, well, I guess maybe I could fit it. I might go back and put the word It's because that's what it's supposed to say, but it's okay. I also go and take some of my shimmers, and it's the Glorious Day, I think it's a Vibes, and I paint 3 of the little hearts so that there's a little bit of shimmer to them. Once it's dried, it's pretty hard to see it, but I know it's there. And I was just trying to create a visual triangle. You can tell it's a different color than the stark white, so I guess it works. But again, just trying to make your eye flow throughout the layout. And then to kind of add my finishing touches, I'm also going to add, this is called sugar maple. And in this mix, there are these beautiful leaves. And I have been hoarding this mix since last year. And I'm going to add 3 of them along with a couple blue sequins that just happened to be on my desk. My son was playing with some sequins and they went there. I wanted a little pop of blue. That worked really well. And then I added something that I thought it was gold, but now that I'm looking at them, they're actually purple. And that's kind of my little outline with, again, a visual triangle. And I love it. I love the way this layout turned out. I had so much fun playing, and it was lovely to be asked to create something for Jody. I loved being a sparkler, and it was a fun time. So it was nice to be able to have something else to showcase for her. And I really hope you enjoyed this layout. Like I said, you can always go onto the shop. There's any of the sparklers, Daisy, Christina, Sarah, Laura. I think Laura's on it still. But anyone, and you just use their name M15 and you'll get 15% off in the shop. So go ahead to do that. Also, I do know that Crystal from Pineapple Papers is the month-long guest designer for Jody this month as well for Sprinkle Mom Scraps. So check out her awesome projects and what she's doing with the new mixes. It's fun to see her create with stuff. So there's a look at my final layout. That's what my sequence mix looked like, all on its own, and my final layout with everything added. I'll see everyone really soon, and thanks for watching. Bye!